What is one thing you wish your parents could understand about you? That one thing that you've been carrying, that thing that you've been through, but you don't have the words to explain it to them in a way that they would understand. This video is for that person who has been asking themselves this question for the longest time. Do I tell my parents? This is for that person who loves their family so much and they know their family loves them too, but they have come to realize that there is a difference between love and understanding. For you who believe that that very conversation you need to have might cost you something. It might cost you that relationship. And you're not sure you're ready to pay that price. The depression that has been sitting in your chest for the longest time, since you were 15. The anxiety that makes it hard to leave your house on certain days, that some people would read it as laziness or ingratitude, or that thing that happened at your uncle's place when you were just a child, that you have never said out loud to anyone in your family because you know them well. You already know how it will end. Or that thing that has happened years ago in school, far from home, that you have never been able to bring back to the people who raised you. Because why? Because their world does not have a category for that kind of pain without including shame. Maybe it is the addiction, the drinking, the substance use, the thing you used to stay afloat, that your family, they've seen the edges, they've seen some things, but never the full shape of it. Maybe it's the relationship that you were in, that abusive relationship that slowly began and then all at once you left because you're just tired. But then you still carry it, and you know that telling your parents would mean explaining things about yourself and your choices that you're not ready to defend. Maybe it is the years of people pleasing, the way you have squeezed yourself to fit into rooms and relationships, and a version of your family's expectation, and the exhaustion of that. You're just so exhausted. The grief of it is something you cannot make them understand without also telling them that some of that they did contribute to it. Whatever it is, I see you. And this video is for you. All right, Proverbs 13:12 says, hope defers makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. Hope deferred. This is the exact phrase that I want to get from this. Not hope destroyed, but deferred, pushed forward, set to a later date that may never arrive. So this is a specific kind of suffering that comes from silence and needing something, be it understanding, acknowledgement, being truly seen by someone whose opinion matters most, but never receiving it. From carrying something alone that was never meant to be carrying alone. So let me name what you are actually experiencing, because I want to be specific. The first is investment in silence. In many African families, silence about difficulty is a choice that was made consciously because survival required it. Your parents or grandparents may have come through circumstances where speaking your pain out loud was a liability. That silence helped them avoid difficult situations, to keep the peace and avoid family shame. And so they passed it down to you as well. Some parents will respond to sharing your experience with more scripture rather than more listening. And there is one more thing, and I want to be careful here because I do not want you to miss this. Your disclosure of that experience may activate your parents' own unprocessed pain. Unprocessed pain. People don't say this enough. When you sit down and say, I have been struggling. It has been this way for a long time. I am in therapy. You are not only delivering information about yourself, you are holding up a mirror And what your parent sees in that mirror may be something that they have spent decades refusing to look at. Their own unresolved grief, their own anxiety that they managed through control, their own pain they converted into achievement or religion or silence. So what I am saying is, your healing can feel like an accusation to someone who never got the chance to be healed. And that accusation is not something everyone is ready to receive. So, how then do you navigate this? First, frame the conversation around function, not diagnosis. A lot of our parents do not have a framework for mental health conditions as medical categories. What they know is, my child is not functioning. My child is not sleeping. My child cannot do the things that they need to do. So start there. Tell them that something is happening in your life that is affecting your ability to live well. That is a conversation they can enter. So second, when possible, bring a bridge. This might be a family friend who is a medical practitioner or a medical professional, a pastor who understands mental health, or a trusted elder, because the messenger often matters as much as the message in our culture. So thirdly, plant the seed without requiring the harvest. Know that the first conversation would most likely not produce the outcome that you hoped for. What it does do is begin a process. Your parents may not respond well in that moment. They may respond with denial or scripture, or by changing the entire subject. And then weeks later, your mother may call you, or your father may say something that lets you know that he heard you. Fourth, you are allowed to decide how much you share and when. Disclosure is not all or nothing. Partial truth is still truth. You can say, I have been going through a hard season and I am getting some support for it. You do not have to name the therapies. You do not have to name the diagnosis. You do not have to explain everything. Remember that you cannot control how your family receives this. You can only control the conditions under which you say it. So before you have this conversation, I want you to do 3 things. 1, know what you need from it. Not what you hope for, but what you need. Do you need them to understand fully? Or do you need them to know, even if they do not understand? Number 2, identify your one safe person. Before you talk to your parents, make sure there is someone in your life who already knows, a friend, a therapist, a community. Because if the conversation goes badly, you will need somewhere to land. You will need someone to talk to. Yes. And number 3, decide in advance what you will do if they respond with dismissal or redirection to prayer. Be prepared for it means it does not have to destroy you. You can say, I hear you. I am still getting support, and leave it there. Cycles break slowly, and they break first in the person brave enough to say, this ends with me. Yes, that person does not have to have their parents' blessing before they can begin. They just have to begin. All you have to do is take the step. You are allowed to get better even if no one in your family understands what you are going through or what you are healing from. You are allowed to get the help that you need. Shalom, people.